Yep, I finally hit the acting awards, so I guess people are gonna start watching these videos now. Welcome to part 16, Sweet 16 of my Oscar coverage. This time we're talking about Best Supporting Actress. Now, when talking about acting, I'm not really sure how to talk about acting because I'm not an actor myself. I can't act to save my life. So the best way I try to approach this is really just to look at, firstly physical characteristics of people, like their physicality, the way they move, their voice. Then we kind of go deeper into looking at how their chemistry is with other actors and with how much depth they have. In my opinion, you don't need to know what that actress is like in real life to compare like the actress to the character, because it doesn't matter if who you're playing is kind of like, the same person as you, as long as you can bring out the character. And that's really what I do. Theoretically, for me at least, for me, a good actor is someone who can make a character memorable. And by that I mean, sometimes in the script you have the character written out, but the actress will really take that role forward, will, make that role her own, and, reveal layers of depth that are not necessarily visible in the script. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know what I'm saying, so let's just go ahead with the nominees. The nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Sally Hawkins in Blue Jasmine as Ginger, Jennifer Lawrence in American Hustle as Rosalind Rosenfeld, Lupita Nyong'o in 12 Years a Slave as Patsy, Julia Roberts in August Osage County as Barbara Weston Fordham, and June Squibb in Nebraska as Kate Grant. And this is an alright list, I guess. I mean, I would have liked to see other people. I don't understand why certain actresses here are nominated, but it is nice to see non-Best Picture movies, nominated here, so that's cool. But this list is very clear cut to me. Like, I really know, I can really pick out my winner, in my opinion, here. So at fifth place, I'm going to put Julia Roberts. Now, the thing about August Osage County, this movie, it's filled with angry women. As in, really. Like, all the women here are just raving mad about something. And, they are actually all very good at displaying that anger. It's just that that's the only thing they do. Like, after watching this movie, I just kind of felt really depressed and dirty because it's just lots of shouting and stuff, and I don't really understand. Julia Roberts, though, like, she is very good at getting that anger across. I mean, you can see the layers of how much she is angry about, and this anger is just a point where she says curse words and stuff, and honestly, that stuff was actually kind of funny to me because the way she said it. But I don't really blame her for that. I blame the source material, the director maybe, for just being a bit too overkill on the anger part. I mean, Julia Roberts is fine in the role, and they do try to inject depth into her character. It's just that it doesn't work for me because they don't try to inject that depth into the scenes where she's angry. They do it outside those scenes, so it really does just seem like a shift from angry, quiet and contemplative, angry, etc., etc. Just didn't work for me. Like, for me, she ends up at fifth place really because I didn't feel like Julia Roberts was able to make this character memorable in any way. Then again, of course, it could just be the movie's fault, could be the play's fault, which it's based on, could be the director's fault. I don't know how hard it was to bring depth into this role, but fifth place for me. Now, fourth place, I'm gonna put Jennifer Lawrence. Now, out of all the nominees here, she's definitely the one having the most fun, and I'm pretty sure it's how Jennifer Lawrence is like in real life, and she really is the most dynamic in like among the nominees and in the movie also, because she just is on a mood swing the entire movie, and she just does so many crazy things. And she does, I think, really sell the emotional instability that Rosalind is supposed to have without becoming like a caricature. American Hustle really is good at not showing caricatures of stuff, and when Jennifer Lawrence's character goes from the crazy stuff to crying and whatever, it never feels forced. It always feels connected. However, my issue with Jennifer Lawrence being nominated is that I really didn't think she was in it enough at all. And yeah, I'm the kind of person who takes that into account, like how long you were in the movie. And I just did not think she was in it enough. She really is supposed to be like the side character. And in terms of the balance between her having fun and her actually displaying like this substance, I thought there was much more just having fun than actual substance. So this nomination is a bit iffy to me, and if she wins, it's gonna really annoy me because the Academy is just making her win all the time. Now, third place, I am actually going to put, this might surprise some people, I'm going to put Lupita Nyong'o. And her character in 12 Years a Slave, Patsy, is just really, really pitiful. Like, you just feel so bad for this girl because she's a slave girl and she is targeted by, what's his name, Edwin Epps, played by Michael Fassbender, for being, his sexual object and everything. It's just so heartbreaking to watch. But at the same time, I really don't think she overacts it at all. Like, there's never a scene where she's bawling out or whatever. It's never melodrama. It really is. She feels scared the entire time, and that's, I think, really the core of it. Solomon Northup mentions in 12 Years a Slave that he doesn't want to survive, he wants to live. And I think Patsy really shows this also, that she really just wants simple things in her life. She just wants soap. She just wants to go out one day, have a free day, visit some other plantations or something. And when she's confronted by Edwin Epps, you believe every word she says because she's just had it with this life and she sells it really, really well. She's a very simple character, but there is a lot of truth and purity in her. But again, my issue with her and why she ends up in third place is because I also don't think she was in it enough. Like, she has a lot of good scenes in it. She is the central part of a lot of really brutal scenes, but I guess it's not really about her not being in it enough. It's just that she didn't have that much to do in the role. So yeah. Then second place, I'm actually really gonna put Sally Hawkins in Blue Jasmine, and I'm surprised people haven't been talking about her performance in this because I thought it was really, really great. She's the kind of character in this movie who really wears her emotions out on her sleeve. Unlike her sister Jasmine, she doesn't try to hide from anything. She doesn't try to lie to herself about her emotions. She really just shows it all. And her character Ginger really does display a wide range of emotions here, and Sally Hawkins really captures all of those great. And the way she shifts from emotion to emotion really does feel natural. But what I like about her character is that she is almost always never sure about how she feels about certain things. Her character is shifting from boy to boy, and just if they give her a compliment, she's gonna be like, "Oh, really? You like me?" And then, but what I like so much about that is that you can almost tell she's just telling herself, "Okay, this is the one, this is the one." But I don't know, she manages to give off that sense of she's just telling herself that. It really does feel like what Ginger values the most is her happiness, and even if she's unsure about the rest, at least she's happy. I really again would have liked to see more of her as a direct foil to Jasmine, but that's a really small complaint. She is great in the movie. Second place for me. First place, I'm gonna put June Squibb in Nebraska. She is this rude old lady, and she is awesome. Isn't really? She's this tiny little old woman, and she is just belting out these insults and stuff, and she is great at it. To me, she really does come off as naturally authoritative. She really asserts herself without going overboard. She is like a lesson to August Osage County of how to do it right. You don't you don't just scream out at your family and stuff. You really just you take a stand and you show, this is me. However, despite all the anger in June Squibb's character, you really get the sense that she loves Woody Grant, and that's so touching, really, to me. I don't know, it really affected me. And these characters are very simple, and just seeing that despite everything she says, she still cares about Woody. She will, take care of him. It's so touching, and it really does shine through in the end, even if you only see that side of her like a bit. You can, like, watching the movie again, you can tell that that really drives her. Also, June Squibb's delivery is just pitch perfect. Like, everyone in this movie really does deliver their lines well, but June Squibb really, whenever she's on screen, you pay attention. And she's so good that she actually gets to sell the F bomb. It does not feel misplaced in any way. When she swears, it's business, and everyone in the scene shuts up. So yes, June Squibb is my first place in my heart, but who I think will win the Oscar, this is going to Lupita Nyong'o. For the longest time, I thought it was going to be Jennifer Lawrence, but then Lupita Nyong'o just kind of caught up with her, and I really, really think she's going to take it over J-Law. J-Law. Sally Hawkins and June Squibb, as great as they are, I don't think they've been getting enough buzz. Julia Roberts, I don't even know why she's here, honestly. I mean, she's a good actress. I don't think she should have been nominated for this role, but Lupita Nyong'o, I think, she has really proven to be this eloquent speech giver, and her character really is a good character, so I think they're going to give it to her. So yes, those are my picks for Best Supporting Actress. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think should win? What do you think of this year's roster? Whether you agree with me or not, please leave me a comment. Let's have a conversation.